Today we're rating favorite swim events to swim. The S tier, we're going to define as an event that you look forward to. You're like, oh, I can't wait to swim that blank later, which is very rare. I almost never say that for any race. So that's why it goes S tier. A tier swims, let's rate those as swims that when you have a good swim, you're like, man, I really enjoy that swim. I could do that again. I had a lot of fun doing that. If my coach puts me in that event, I'm not too mad. B tier, we're going to say this is a swim that you really don't care about. It's just blah. It just exists. It's a swim that if you have to do it, you'll do it. You're not going to complain, but you're not going to be too excited either. A C tier swim, let's define that as an event that I just don't want to swim, not because it hurts, but just because it doesn't even interest me to swim that event. D tier, actually, let's remove the D tier. F tier, I hate this swim. Every time I'm put in it, I'm mad. I'm upset. I can remember back to every time I've swam this an F tier swim because I've hated it so much. All right, so the first event, 50 free for me. Interestingly, I'm going to put that as a C tier swim. In terms of a swim that I like to swim, I don't want to be put into a 50 freestyle. If I'm put into it, the only good thing about it is that it's only going to last for 25 or less seconds. 50 free, I'm not a sprinter. I'm a distance swimmer. Again, you're going to find that out in this tier list for sure. 100 freestyle, I'm going to put that along with the 50 freestyle. I'm actually wondering if I should put the 100 freestyle as an F tier swim. But the thing about 100 freestyle is that I usually swim it on a relay. And in terms of that, it makes it fun. It makes it exciting. Other people rely on you. It's added pressure, but it makes it the 100 freestyle fun and exciting to swim. 200 free. I'm a little bit torn up about a 200 freestyle here, and I feel kind of bad, but I think I'm going to put the 200 freestyle at an F tier swim. The 200 freestyle, I'm always so exhausted after a 200 freestyle, and even at my best, which was about 140, even when I got done with what was an all right swim and I was in good shape, I wasn't even that happy to be doing that 200 freestyle on a relay. Again, the only time I would do the 200 freestyle was when I was on a relay. And even then, I'm always upsetting the team. I was never fast enough to be on the A relay, but I was like the fastest person on the B relay. I was always the fifth. I was the fourth or fifth best 200 freestyler on the team. And even when I swam that 200 freestyle on a relay, it's just exhausting and tiring, and that's it. The 400 free and the 500 free. Now we start to get a little bit into distance. And I am a distance swimmer. I'm going to put 400 freestyle as a B tier swim. It's just not long enough to be distance, and it's just not short enough that you can sprint it. I think of the 400 or the 500 freestyle as the most mid-distance swim there is, because to a sprinter, they consider a 500 a distance event. To a distance swimmer, they consider a 500 a sprint event. 800, 1000 freestyle. Now this one is the easiest one for me. It might be the perfect swim. It's strategic, and it requires you to be in shape. The thing about sprinting is that if you don't swim for 4 or 5 years, and then all of a sudden you get in the water and you do a 50 freestyle, you can swim a solid time. Sprinters, they can just show up having not done anything for 4 years and just think that they can swim some fast time, and they can, and it's upsetting. And then they just, cool, I'm going to retire for another 4 or 5 years. Well, you know what? 1,000 and 800 free, you got to put in work. All right? Exciting. Fun to swim. 1,500. Same problem it has with watching. The 1,500 freestyle is a little bit too long. You know what? I'm going to put it on a B tier. I really have to be in the mood for a 1,500 to enjoy a 1500. 100 fly. I'm going to go F tier. I love fly, but I hate sprinting. I actively don't want to swim 100 fly. Gonna go in F tier. 200 fly. This might be my most controversial answer. I'm putting the 200 fly as an A tier swim. In terms of a swim that I enjoy swimming, the 200 fly is the most interesting. The thing is that if you are in shape, there's almost no better swim than the 200 fly. If you're extremely in shape and you can really strategize each 50, be like, I got this, I can nail this, and then I can negative split here, or like then I start building here and pick it up. If you can do that and execute it, the 200 fly is extremely fun to swim. Now, on the flip side of the coin, with the 200 fly, if you're out of shape, it is the most painful swim. Maybe the 400 IM might be more painful than that, and a 1500, but 200 fly is like the third most painful swim if you're out of shape. So I'm gonna keep it at A tier. Again, personally, I love to swim a 200 fly. 100 back. I think we're gonna catch a pattern here. F tier. And you know what? I'm doing it. I'm putting the 200 back as an F tier swim as well. I'm not a backstroker. This is obvious. I was putting the 200 back once in my college career, and I was never putting the 100 back. Thank God. I swam the 200 back. I swam a 206. I was out of shape. I don't know why my coach put me in that. They must have. They literally must have had nobody else to swim that, because I was last on the roster for 200 backstroke. 100 breast, I'm going to go C tier. The 100 breaststroke to swim, it's similar to what we were talking about earlier, where it's like, as an event to watch, the 100 breaststroke it's just about who could turn over the fastest. I'm going to put the 100 breast as a C tier, which again is like, I actively don't want to swim a 100 breaststroke. 200 breaststroke has something similar to the 200 fly, where in a 200 breaststroke, you can, if you're in shape, a 200 breaststroke is fun. It's exciting. It feels really good. It's nice to have a good 200 breaststroke when you're in shape. But if you're not in shape and you have a bad 200 breaststroke, it's a really difficult swim. 200 breast also just comes down to the pullouts. It's just who has the best pullout, really. In terms of, for me to swim, I'm going to put the 200 breast as a B tier swim. 200 IM. I guess what I'm noticing is that I don't like to swim a lot of swims. I'm going to put the 200 IM in the F tier. I'm always way too exhausted after 200 IM. And for no reason. It's not even like that fun of a swim. So for that reason, I'm going to put it at F tier. Now, here's what's interesting. I'm going to put a 400 IM as an S tier swim. Probably the most strategic swim, and I've always thought of it because of that, one of the most exciting swims. You really get to test, or you really get to decide, like, I'm going to put in a lot of effort on the fly, but if I do that, you're like giving up something in the back or the freestyle or the breaststroke. Like, you have to choose where you're going to put your effort, and you have to know yourself. The 400 IM requires you to know yourself more than any other swim, and then forces you to execute that with your training. Yeah, a 400 IM is one of the worst swims to do, if not the worst swim to do when you're out of shape. But very simply, don't do a 400 IM when you're out of shape then. Easier said than done. Relays here, a 4x50. I don't think any relay can be F tier because there's always a hype around a relay. So the 4x50, the 200 freestyle relay, like I said, I swam it once in college at nationals my senior year. And it was nice to be with a group of people that were excited. And in terms of that, it's fun. I enjoyed doing it. Kind of the same 4x50 medley. I'm also going to put that. It's just, there's good hype around it. It's fun. It's exciting. 4x100 freestyle relay. I'm going to put this one... You know what? Actually, I'm going to put it as a B tier. It's just 100 free. And actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind for a third time. I'm going to go with an A. I think the 4x100 freestyle relay it's a really exciting swim. I love getting done with 100 freestyle and then having your teammate pull you out of the water. Like, there's something nice about, like, just a good solid race. 4x100 medley, B. I can't even think of a time I've swam a 4x100 medley. If I did the 100 fly, I might even do 100 breast or 100 free. It's all right, but I'm really not that thrilled. 4x200, I'm going to go B tier. 4x200 freestyle relay. Again, it's a 200 freestyle, which as a swim itself, I would say is an F tier. But when it's on a relay and you've got everyone else relying on you, it steps it up a little bit. The pain's not that bad, at least. Like, I get to go through it with my friends. So that's it. I think those are my S tier. I did not expect the 4x100. If I had to make a change, I would put the 1500 in A tier, but maybe that's just because I'm OCD and it makes it look better. But 800, 400 IM, I stand behind those being insanely good races. In terms of my swims to swim, I'm going to lock in my answers here.